Welcome to Rock's Book Previews, Reviews, and Excerpts. I'm Rock, and I'm here to share one of my book reviews with you. I'd like to conduct some housekeeping before I start reviewing this book. If you enjoy the content, please like, share, and subscribe to help support the channel. If you want to buy any of these books or other items associated with them, please use the link in the description, because it helps support the channel. Finally, I do this for enjoyment, and I welcome book recommendations for future reviews. So, without further ado, let us begin our examination. Spoiler alert. The hero of ages is the Terrace people's predicted rescuer, who is said to have found and given up power at the Well of Ascension in a selfless deed, in order to save the planet from the deepness. The Terrace prophesies, on the other hand, were altered in a ruse, to allow the great force known as Ruin to escape confinement. Ruin desired to destroy the world immediately, but his power was insufficient, because a portion of it had long been captured and buried by the opposing force, Preservation. Ruin's freedom from the Well of Ascension allowed him to have a greater direct impact on the universe, such as increasing ashfall from the ash mounts, and summoning earthquakes to shatter the globe. He could also influence people and command entire Carlos armies. He plotted his escape and the destruction that would follow throughout his 1,000 years in captivity. In preparation for such an occasion, the Lord Ruler built storage vaults with resources, like food and water beneath select cities, each one offering directions to the next. Vin and Elend search the storage depots for hints left by the Lord Ruler and the missing ATM hoard as they strive to consolidate humanity's remaining outposts. As they travel from cache to cache, the planet itself begins to disintegrate, with more ash shooting forth, and more people succumbing to the mists. Fadric's city, which has reverted to the Lord Ruler's old structure of mass oppression under the Obligator Yeoman, and Urto, a rebel city, where the Scar are free, the nobility has been overpowered, and a former commoner titled the Citizen rules with increasing violence, are the last two major unconquered cities. Sazed strives to develop diplomatic connections with the inhabitants of Urto, while dealing with the trauma of his beloved Terrace woman Keeper Tindwill's recent death. He researches faiths, but he has lost trust in himself, and is looking for a religion that makes sense to him. He and Breeze team up with Spook, who has weird skills, to assist Elend take over Urto in stealth. Meanwhile, Tensoon the Kandra is imprisoned, and put to death by the Kandra elders, despite his efforts to persuade them that the Kandra prophecies of the world's end are now being fulfilled, and that they must collaborate with humans to rescue the world. Vin and Elend attempt to conquer Fadrix and learn more about their world. They uncover peculiar patterns in the amount of people who die after being exposed to the mists, as well as secrets about the technique of hemology, which is used to produce the Carlos, Kandra, and Inquisitors. They are unable to communicate their ideas with one another for fear of Ruin discovering them. On a botched infiltration expedition, Yeoman, the king of Fadrix city, captures Vin. Elend has no choice but to take command of another Carlos army, but the final fragments of Preservation appear to him, warning him not to assault the city. Preservation dies a short time afterwards. Vin flees just as the attack is about to begin, and Ruin demonstrates his ability to take complete control of the Carlos. Ruin directs the Carlos towards Elend and Yeoman's human troops, but Vin diverts Ruin's attention and armies to Luthadel before he can kill them. Marsh and the surviving Steel Inquisitors, under Ruin's command, fight Vin there. Marsh temporarily reasserts control and removes Vin's earring, a hemalurgic spike, allowing Vin to tap into the true power of the mists, Preservation's power. Vin transforms into Preservation and is locked on another plane of existence alongside Ruin, monitoring the universe. Sazed finds his trust in the old Terrace religion and the hero of the ages after the Kandra finally accept their fate. Urto is rescued at a significant bodily cost to Spook, who has found that Ruin was using hemology to influence him. The remnant of mankind is led by Elend to the Kandra homeland, the pits of Hathsin, where Ruin's power, or body, is kept. Ruin has duped Vin and Elend into leading him to his corpse, which turns out to be the ATM stockpile that has been buried in the Kandra homeland all along. Elend, who is surrounded and outmanned, understands that the mists have been snapping mistings, and that he has been given an army of ATM mistings. In vain, he wages a desperate war against the Carlos. Marsh reappears and confronts Elend. Even though Elend receives mystical assistance from Vin, which grants him endless metallic might, Marsh fatally strikes Elend in the chest with an axe. Elend confesses as he dies that his soldiers have burned away all of Ruin's body, the Atium, in combat, and that Ruin will never regain his lost power. Vin discovers that Preservation sacrificed himself to create humans, so that mankind may demonstrate both Preservation's and Ruin's abilities to create and destroy. Vin confronts Ruin directly, dying herself/Preservation, but also destroying Ruin, because she possesses both talents. She was supposed to be the hero of ages by Vin and many others, but it turns out to be the Terrace Keeper Sazed. The hero will bear the future of the world on his arms, said one prominent prophecy, referring to Sazed's ferrochemical copper mines. He uses the knowledge in these copper mines, as well as the combined power of Preservation and Ruin, which he reclaims from Vin and Ruin's fallen bodies, to help reshape the world, realigning the sun and planets to stabilize the world, and changing the red volcanic ecology into a new paradise of blue skies, green foliage, gentle warming sun, and rainbow flowers. Spook, Ham, Breeze, and the other survivors arrive in this freshly renovated world and immediately set about their mission of rebuilding society. With another book review, this has been Rock's book previews, reviews, and excerpts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Please utilize the links in the description to read or listen to this book if this has piqued your interest. Both these things help the channel and allow me to put out more videos. Thank you for staying all the way through, and see you next time through the wormhole.